Hi, it's Joan Salam, and I'm doing my January 2026 tape. It's going to cover the power of God or rain, which is also called Sultan. And the topics I picked as well is I want to talk about Gaza, the genocide, what's happening in Iran. I have some quotes about governing, and I'm going to speak about what the United States is doing to help that country, the status of the courts covering the genocide, and just to let you know that the information I have I obtained from MSN, Associated Press, Al Jazeera, Al Overview, our United States Congress. I guess that covers all of it. So to start with a prayer, Allah, praise be to you. May we as servants turn nowhere except in your direction, wanting nothing but what you will. May we utter no word unless you permit it. Strengthen me and other believers. Please protect us and guide us. Okay, so as far as what's happening in Gaza, there are 3 agencies that are making facts about what happened, and it's looking like it's been truthful about the coverage on the news, but it is going to, I did mention in my last tape, to a hearing because South Africa wants it to, and they've issued warrants to both Netanyahu, which is the Israeli defense, and Gallant. Then it also issued warrant arrests for the Taliban. The names are Haqqani, Haqqani, and Zinkal, Zinkal. So what they did was Netanyahu is interested in a board of peace, but the Taliban is just rejecting the warrants. And then I did want to mention that, well, this is on Palestine. 83% of the Palestinians killed were civilians. 78% of the structures were destroyed. 92% of the residential buildings and 90% of the Gaza population are now forcibly displaced. So they are dealing with a lot, and that's affecting Muslims. Also, before the damage happened in Gaza, there were some statements that were made by Hamas in 1988. It did say that they plan to destroy Israel by jihad, and in 2023 they gave an update saying that they would annihilate Israelis. So anyway, they're still waiting on the hearings to cover more information about it. Then, I wanted to let you know that the size of, well, also I'm going to cover Iran and what's happening there with Muslims. It's the size of Alaska, and they're going through a very serious conflict with leadership. That information, as far as The names of the administration is Mohammed Khomeini. He's been a leader since 1979. He's pro-nuclear when there's security worries. He's a hardliner. There is a president whose name is Mossad Pezet, P-E-Z-E, and then S-K-I-A-N. He's not exactly the same, but I'm going to give you some more information about the size of the worry there. It's the people are protesting leadership, and there were this happened in December 28th. There are now thousands dead. They're saying women, life, and freedom is an interest. The government closed in 180 cities is what it's affecting. Also, their currency is losing value, 40% of it. There have been 16 to 24,000 arrests. The death toll is ranging from 3,000 to 16,000. They're still investigating it. There have been 300,000 injured. As far as the damage, it's been 350 mosques, 126 prayer halls, 20 holy places, 400 hospitals, 50 EMSs, and there is use of machine guns, so there's a lot of worry. It says the goal is to overthrow Islam, which is Sharia run. They're saying things like death to the dictator. They're comparing it to a revolution they had in 1979. The cleric is responding in their country, calling for executions. That was on the 16th of this month. The United States did get involved. They've placed sanctions on leadership, denying them access to financial networks and global banking, and Trump is trying to halt the executions, saying it's about 800. And what else is there to say about it? They're thinking that it might affect global economy, that it's a volatile area. The Iranians are protesting their rights due to the human rights abuses. And I guess that pretty much covers it, all of it. That's right. Of course, when there is a government fighting another one with a Muslim, substance usage is a concern. And here are some statements about alcohol I found by the U.S. Surgeon General. His name was General V. Murthy. No amount of alcohol is safe, and he warns about cancer. And then other information I've heard on the other side states that alcohol is as dangerous as milk. It has to do with how much you consume, which is a personal decision. It can help you or harm you. And then I have information about, well, when alcohol affects genetics, and it does say that it can cause severe long-term eye damage. That myself and my children have been affected by it. It says that lazy eye, which I had a surgery for, and my children, affects 3 of 100 kids, and it can also be caused by poor nutrition. So those are some of the reasons why Muslims are anti-alcohol. What else is important to list? I'm just going to cover some quotes since this is about the power of Allah or governing systems. When there's leadership, it isn't just about giving orders, but about listening and understanding other people. And that was a quote by Ali Azam, who is an Iranian musician, and it's a female. So I assumed it would be a male by the name. This second quote is, "Don't be fooled by one that recites the Quran. It is speech. Instead, look to those that match what it says with behavior." The person that made that quote is H.C. Umar ibn al-Khattab, who was both a religious and military involvement, which is a caliph that expanded Islam. I have two more quotes. One is, "Don't love the one that doesn't love Allah. If they can leave God, then they will leave you." And that was a prayer leader named al-Shafi who took Sunni law. The last quote is, "The best way to defeat someone is to beat him in politeness." I like that. And again, that is the same. H.C. Umar ibn al-Khattab, the caliph. That's all I have now.